guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by today because today we are going to be making a fantasy creature that I've not tried to make as a doll before. I'm going to be making an OwlBear. If you don't know what an OwlBear is, it's a very simple fantasy creature where you just kind of combine an owl with a bear. Normally the body is based off of the bear and then you add owl features to it, and I'm going to kind of do my own design for this and see what we get. Anyways, let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing that we're going to work on is going to be the clay face for our OwlBear, and then we'll work on the clay feet. So for the clay face, most of the face is fairly flat other than making the beak, so I'm going to be building most of it directly off of my glass container. So the only thing that I need to make a tinfoil base for is going to be the beak. So I'm just going to cover the bottom of my glass container with a nice thick layer of clay. I'm going to add our little tinfoil thing for our beak, and then we're going to cover that in clay and blend everything together. Now for my OwlBear, I'm not really going with any specific bear species or owl species. I'm just picking features from a bunch of different ones that I like. Also, because this is a fantasy creature, we are kind of mixing both features from the owl and the bear, so the face isn't going to be specifically accurate to just an owl. It's going to be kind of changed up a little bit to work with the body of the bear. Okay, so we got the basic shape of her head down. I really like how it looks even though it's strange, and now we need to work on the main features. So since this face is going to get furred, we are going to be mainly working on the eyes and then the beak. Now the eyes that I'm using for our OwlBear I actually made out of resin. I did a whole video on how I made a bunch of eyes this way. I'll link it down below if you want to make eyes too. If not, you can just get some glass eyes, or you can even just sculpt them out of clay. So what I'm doing with the eyes is I'm laying out clay where I want the eyes to go, and then I'm pushing the little resined eyes right into place where I want them. Then I'm going to make sure that they're nice and even, check from a bunch of different angles and whatnot. Now we can start building up clay around them to make the eyelids and kind of shaping the face around them a bit more. Now while I'm adding the strips of clay for the eyelids, I'm making sure to not cover up a lot of the eye because I want the eyes to be very large, and I don't want to make them look small by covering them up with the eyelids. So I'm mainly just going around them lightly and just slightly covering up the edge so the eyes stay in place. And then the details for the beak are very simple. We need to decide where it opens, so we're going to draw a line down both sides, make sure they're nice and even. We can define those a bit more, and then we also need to add some nostrils. So we're going to add a little bit of clay to the top of the beak, kind of mark out where the skin of the nose is going to be, and then make some holes in that. Once I have my details in place, I'm going to make sure the rest of the face is nice and smooth, and then I'm going to remove any extra clay that I don't want. I'm then going to put our OwlBear's face in the oven at 275 Fahrenheit for roughly about 45 minutes to bake. Now one thing that I noticed after baking the face was that the resin eyes that I put in did kind of change a little bit, but I'm actually extremely happy with how they changed. Basically, the outer portion of the eye was nice and red, it was really vibrant, but what happened was in the oven it decided to darken and kind of turn a bit more translucent, which I like because it makes them look a little bit more realistic, and I was kind of worried that the red was a little bit too bright. Anyways, let's move on to making the clay feet. So our OwlBear is going to have two sets of feet. It's going to have the front feet and the back feet. The front feet I want to make look a little bit more owl-like in style, so there's going to be a lot more bird features to them, and then the back feet are going to be a bit more bear-like. So I'm going to start with the front feet first. No reason, I just kind of wanted to work on them first. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with a wire frame, and like I said, these are going to be more bird-like, so the wire frame is set up to look more like a pair of talons, and we're going to start covering these up. So we're going to add some clay to the middle of this where all the wires combine so we can kind of bake everything together and make sure they're nice and secure before adding extra features. And we're also going to add some claws to the ends of the wires. So again, we're going to add some clay to the middle, combine everything, add some claws to the wires, and then we're going to bake it for just a little bit, for like 25 minutes at 275 Fahrenheit. Once those are out of the oven and have cooled to touch, we can start covering up the wires for the toes. So we're going to take some strips of clay and just start covering up the whole wire frame. We can then blend everything together, and then after everything is completely covered and blended, we can start adding some more texture. If we want to make the toes thicker, we can add balls of clay and blend them into the rest of the foot, and just keep messing around until we get the shape that we want for the feet. Now I am going to add clay to the tops of the feet and start smoothing everything out and stuff, but we're not going to add really any detail to this other than shape because we are going to add some fur to this. I figured it'd be kind of fun to fur the tops of the feet as well. So kind of like with the face, how the beak and the eyes are the main thing we're working on, the main thing for this is working on the under portion of the foot. Once we're happy with how the feet look, we're going to put these in the oven at 275 Fahrenheit for probably about 45 minutes. Then while those are baking, we can start working on the other set of feet for the back feet. So like I said before, the back feet are going to be more bear-like, and I'm also going to be making them kind of smaller. But just like with the front feet, we do have a wire frame for them, and we're going to start covering this in clay. So we're going to start by adding clay to the base where all the wires are combined, just like before, and then we're also going to add some claws to the tips of all the wires. We're then going to be pre-baking this at 275 Fahrenheit for probably about 35 minutes. Once they're out of the oven and have cooled to touch, we can start adding more detail to them. I'm mainly going to be focusing on the bottom of them, just like with the front feet. I'm going to be furring the tops of these as well. So again, we are going to be adding clay to the tops of the feet, but it's not going to have any real detail or anything. It's just so that we have somewhere to put the fur fabric later. Now for these, what we're mainly doing is making some paw pads for them. So we're just going to kind of lay out some clay balls, make sure to blend everything together, and just shape it until we like how it looks. Then we can put these in the oven at 275 as well for about 45 minutes. And then once all of our clay pieces are done baking, they've cooled to touch, we can start painting them. So I'm going to start on the face first. So the first thing that I'm going to do for painting the face is I'm going to start painting around the eyes with a black paint. Now I'm going to be careful not to get it on the resin eyes. It's okay if you do because resin you can just wipe it right off. I just don't want to deal with cleaning them, so I'm going to do my best to just be nice and neat. So again, I'm just going to go all the way around the eyes, kind of fill in the little tear duct area, and just make sure everything is covered in black. And while our black paint is drying, I can start working on the beak. So I'm just going to take kind of a creamy khaki color and I'm going to go over the portion of the beak that's not going to get covered in fur fabric. Now I'm not adding any detail right now, the main thing we're doing is just getting our first layer of paint down. And then once our first layer of paint has dried, we can start adding some extra colors to these and blending them together and start adding detail. So with the paint around the eyes, I'm going to take some pinks and purples, some really pale pinks and purples, and we're going to kind of brush over the black to make some highlights. I'm mainly going to be doing this around the corner of the eyes where the tear ducts and stuff are going to be, and just adding highlights and stuff like that. And then I also will probably go around this with a white highlight as well, just to define the features a bit more and make them pop a bit. And then for the beak, we're going to add some shadowing to the nostrils and around where the mouth would open. For this, we're mainly just painting some black into the cracks and using a bigger brush to blend it out, and then we can go over this again with some highlights to kind of clear up everything if it's a little bit too messy. There honestly isn't that much detail to this face, it's actually very simple. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of a white highlight. This might get painted over later, I'm not sure. We'll find out more once we add the fur fabric. Now with painting the feet, the first thing that we need to do is primer them, and I'm going to be using kind of a dirty yellow for this. It's kind of like a brownish yellow, and we're just going to go over the whole bottom of the foot. You don't need to mess with the tops of the feet unless you want to, because again, we're going to be furring that. We're going to let that dry, and then we're going to start adding some shadows to the very middle of the foot, and then we can also add some highlights to the tips of the toes. Now for the top of the foot, we are doing a tiny bit of painting. The little bit of skin that kind of overlaps the nail, we're going to kind of paint that a nice dark brown. Then we're going to take a black and we're going to paint all of our claws. If you want, once the black has dried, you're welcome to add a white highlight as well. And then with the back feet, we're basically doing the same thing, except the foot is completely shaped differently. So we're going to be using the same colors and everything, and they're going to go in the same placement, just everything is kind of proportioned differently. And then once we're happy with all the painting, we're going to let everything dry. I'm going to mix up some resin and we're going to apply it over the painted portions of our clay face and our feet. We're going to have to let that cure overnight, and then once that's all cured and everything, we can put everything together. So while those pieces are curing, we're going to work on sewing the body pieces and getting everything ready for putting together. Okay guys, so this is the pattern that I drew out for our owlbear. I made it kind of simple, but we're also going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally when I'm making creatures with fur fabrics, I keep it very simple where the legs are kind of part of the side pieces, but I'm going to try something that we've been doing with the sequin body of our reptiles and having the legs separate so they kind of stick out a bit more. So we're going to make the body piece separate and then we're going to have the legs kind of sewn in place on top of this. It'll make more sense once we start putting everything together. So the first bit of sewing that we're going to do is going to be for the side pieces. So I'm going to take the white portion and the brown portion and we're just going to sew those right together. Then we can take our two side pieces and we can sew down the bottom portion connecting the two pieces together at the belly. We're leaving the back open until we add it to the wire frame and everything. Then we're going to take our front legs and we're going to take the inside portion of them and then the outside portion of them. We're going to sandwich them together with the fur on the inside and we're going to sew down just the front. We're going to do this to both of them and then we're going to do the same thing to the back legs. And then we have 3 other pieces of fur fabric for the body, but we're not ready to use them yet. So we have a piece of fabric for the back of the owlbear and then we have 2 pieces of fur fabric that are going to go on the tail. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start working on some feathers. So we're going to have some tail feathers and we're also going to have some feathers coming off of the front arms, kind of like little vestigial wings. Now I do have some extra pieces cut out and we are going to be painting them throughout this, but I ended up not using them. So the little tiny pieces at the very top, they were originally going to be kind of around the shoulder blades, but it didn't end up working out. So they still came out really cool, I just didn't get to use them. But anyways, I'm starting off with an orange and purple felt and we're going to be painting these. I started off with a very bright color and we're going to kind of mute them to make them look a bit more natural. I wanted to start off with a brighter color, that way they kind of stand out from the rest of the body, because I still want the wings to be kind of a prominent feature, but we do need to mute them down a little bit. So I'm going to get all my felt pieces laid out, we're going to get them nice and damp, and we're going to start painting them. The colors I'm mainly going to be using are going to be like blacks, browns, whites, just any colors that are more muted and more natural to kind of hide the brightness of the felt that we already are working with. But like I said, I still want these to be very bright and kind of prominent, but I don't want them as bright and prominent as they are right now. So the first bit of painting for this was to initially just darken the color that we are working with, and then I'm going to let that dry and come back and start adding more features to it. So after that dried, what we ended up doing was we came back with our blacks and our whites, and I used the blacks to kind of define the shapes of the feathers a bit more. So we're kind of going in between the cracks and stuff, and then I'm kind of adding a white tipped highlight to the very ends of the feathers, just so they kind of stand out a little bit more. Once I'm happy with the painting for the feathers, I'm going to let everything dry, and once those have dried, we can glue our layers together. Okay, so it's the next day, we have all of our pieces ready and we're going to start putting our owlbear together. So I'm going to start with a very simple wire frame and we're going to start putting everything on this. We're going to take the fabric for the main body and we're going to slide it over the wire frame. So we're going to cut some little holes for the wires for the legs and just kind of run this over the wire frame. Then we're going to take our clay head and we're going to glue it to the wire for the neck. I didn't give our owlbear much of a neck because I wanted to keep it kind of short and kind of like, just kind of compact and cute. We can then take the fabric for the neck and start gluing it around the base of the head, and we can also take the fabric piece for the back of the owlbear and we can glue it to the top of the head. We're going to let that dry a little bit and then we can start stuffing and closing up the body. We're going to make sure to leave the back of it open because we still need to add the tail feathers. So we're going to take the felt feathers that we made for the tail and we're going to take the little pieces of fur fabric for them and we're going to sandwich the feathers in between those 2 pieces of fur fabric. We're going to glue those all together and then we can take that and we can sew it onto the very end of the owlbear. Once we have the tail feathers in place, now what we need to do is we need to kind of shave our body down. The fur is just a little bit too in the way, so we're going to be shaving the sides of the owlbear. That way when we add the legs, we don't have so much fur in the way while we're sewing, plus it'll add a bit more shape to the body. Now we're going to take our clay legs and we're going to add them to the wires for the wireframe. So we're just going to kind of wrap everything together with a thinner gauge wire, get everything in place, and then we can take the fabric for the legs and start sewing it onto the body. And now this part's going to be a little bit difficult because you're going to have to kind of freehand it. Normally when I'm working with sequins, I kind of sew a little pattern to follow, or I draw it out and just kind of follow the lines, but this time we're going to have to kind of guess where those lines are. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. The worst thing was just keeping the fur out of the way while I was sewing, and then just kind of taking my time and going a little bit slower to make sure everything is in the right shape. And then once we have the fabric for the legs sewn into place, we can start taking our clay legs and gluing the fabric around the bases of them. So we're going to kind of go around the wrists and the ankles. We're just going to glue those into place and give them a little chance to dry, and then we can stuff and close up our back of our legs. So I'm going to start with the back legs first, and we'll move to the front legs. When doing the front legs, we're going to take those felt feathers and we're going to be sewing those into place as we close up the back of the leg. And then once we have the legs all put together, I'm going to trim them up a little bit just to give them a bit more shape. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the clay legs and we're going to start gluing some fur to the tops of them. So we're just going to kind of lay out some glue on the tops of the feet, and then we're going to kind of sprinkle our little fur fabric trimmings on top. We can use our tools to kind of move everything around, make sure it's in the position that we want, and then we need to leave this to dry. And then after we're done with the clay feet, we can move on to the clay head. So I'm going to be using white fur fabric for this because I want the face to kind of stand out a little bit, and we're just going to cover the rest of the face with fur. And then just like with the feet, we let this dry a little bit, but I did go over it with some paints just to add a little bit more detail to the fur on the face. Okay guys, and that's how I made an owlbear for the very first time. I had a lot of fun with the design of it. It came out really cute, and I kind of want to try doing it in a bunch of different colors, so you might see more of these in my shop. Right now I just have the one and a bunch of other creatures, so I'll leave links down below if you want to buy anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!